Pay attention, son. This is for your own good.
We're coming up on another election season in the U.S., another go-round of American representative democracy at work. Ours is the longest continuing democracy on the planet, and we're the envy of the rest of the world, or so we're told. But is our mode of democracy the only way to go? I did some research recently on the rule of the people concept, and was surprised at how many forms democracy can take, in theory, of course. Practical results may differ, but let's learn a little about the diversity available for the forms of government we know as democracy. The government style of ancient Greece was a direct or pure democracy because any citizen was free to personally come and take part in proceedings of law. Centuries later, due to greater travel distances, greater population, this was impractical. So America abides by what is known as a representative democracy, where all eligible citizens vote to authorize representatives to conduct the people's business. And this rule of the people is considered the antithesis of an aristocracy, which is government ruled by an elite class deemed for whatever reason or merit to be above the people or the general public. But there are democracies and there are democracies. For centuries, philosophers have made their case for what they felt were the best rule of the people methods. And over those centuries, various political leaders have tried to put those concepts into effect. Did you know Adolf Hitler, the leader of Nazi Germany in the 30s and 40s, felt his government was democratic? He called it an authoritarian democracy. In that definition, rulers respond to the will of the people, and their power is not checked by rivals who would only divide the people instead of uniting them. A religious democracy is a form of government where laws are greatly influenced by the dominant religion, Christianity, Islam, whatever. America's founding fathers rejected that premise, however, which is why we often hear talk about separation of church and state. In an industrial democracy, management and workers consult on policy decisions. But the workers have the final say, not management. Social democracy is a popular form of government in Europe and involves high taxation, curbs on capitalism, and a welfare state where government provides citizens lifelong financial subsidies based on need. Soviet democracy was developed in Russia in the early 20th century. Councils of workers made decisions to represent the will of the working classes, not the aristocracy. This eventually led to harsh repression in governmental forms known as communism and totalitarianism, another subject for another lesson. In sum, if you thought the American style of democracy was all there is in terms of government, think again. There are a lot more democratic methods on the list than I can cover here in this short lesson. Those of you with political ambitions might do well to study the philosophical alternatives, an interesting pursuit in one's college years. I'm the Transit TV teacher, Justin Vyor.